What's going on, MGTOW? What's going on, Rap Hell? Back at you with another video in regards to this story with Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith. She had confirmed to her husband in regards of some involvement she had with August Alsina. Alright, so what I heard that, well, not only for what I heard, but for what I read, that she had separated with her husband at the time when she had this affair. Alright. And to give my intake on that shit, it's something what a lot of women do today when they're in a relationship or a marriage. They want to call for a separation or even to take a break from the relationship just so they could go ahead and mess around. Alright, I have witnessed that for some time, by a number of women. And then when that doesn't last, they tend to want to talk with me again and sort of, have me to give them another chance or whatever. It's typical shit. It kind of makes me feel good in a sense, but at the same time, not to think serious about them as I used to. Or should I say, not to think serious of them at all, but to have my little enjoyment and little involvement until I just let it drift for good. Okay, and as for this, I believe that's what Jada Pinkett did with her husband. She called for a separation just so she could have this involvement with this young guy. It was what it was. I mean, look, the whole marriage shit, it's really a no-go. Red pill men, keep that in mind, that it's just it's all bullshit. It's a system to help whoever created the whole marriage system. Alright? It doesn't help you, but it helps the ones above, the ones that's controlling everything. Alright? And I'm talking about the world leaders, the international bankers. You get ahead and get married. It makes the money in some kind of way. Especially when it comes to alimony, when it comes to a divorce. So many divorces happens, and I'm very much sure that's what the world leaders wanted. Because what can happen through that, the child support system, the alimony system, they make their percentage off of that, besides the women. That's how it works. Okay? Now, as for Will Smith, I don't think he's going to divorce his wife. Or not anytime soon anyways. Just to mind y'all, as of this year, 2020, he is worth $250 million. Okay? While she's worth $20 million. If he go ahead and divorce her, she'll get half of his shit. That's a good chunk of money that she'll get from him. Yeah, well, anyways, this whole marriage thing is a no-go, like I said. It's not something you want to mess with. Furthermore, the thing with the marriage certificate is not you being married to the woman, but being married to the state. And once you sign that, you sign to the state that they can control your marriage. That's how it works. And somebody that told me about he was going to get married to this woman, I mean, he probably got married to her anyways. I brought up the whole marriage certificate to him. And, he asked me, oh, wow, well, where'd you hear that from? I just go online, look it up. I mean, if you're going to marry your woman, these are things you need to know. Yeah, so I don't know what happened from there. I don't know if he went about it, but it's what it is. I know for one thing, I'm not going to get married. I've never been married before, and I'm not trying to. Nor that I have any kids. I don't have any kids, bro. And I tend to keep it that way. Especially from that cohabitation shit. Oh no. I cannot chance that. I don't want to go through headaches coming home after a hard day of work. Okay? Anyways, I want to put you onto a scripture from the King James Bible. This is really interesting. So this is the book, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26, verse 12. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he hath, which means have, found a fountain, and drink of every water near her. By every hedge she will sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. Now the word quiver, yes, it would also mean, to put your arrows in. All right, like a bag that you put your arrows in, a sack, whatever. But it represents her vagina, being that it's talking about her, the woman. And the arrow, well, we all know that the arrows is used to shoot with a bow, to aim at your target. But just know that the arrow injects, just like a penis injects inside to a woman's vagina. Which is going back to this, the quiver represents the vagina. You don't have to take my word on that, guys, but this scripture spoke enough. It said enough, by the way. And that's something you have to expect a lot of women to do in the wicked times that we're living in right now. This has been going on for decades, but they've been looked after for decades as well. The women. The media, by the way, have pushed her to bring this out towards her husband in regards of what she did in the past with this younger guy. Alright. If I didn't mention this before, he's a hip hopper or rapper. Okay. August Alsina, if that's how his last name is pronounced. I don't know, I don't care. But yeah. I believe he's in his late 20s now. But yeah, these younger guys, man, they're not going to want to stay with these old women for too long. They don't. It's just a moment that he had. Feels that she's worth a little more than other women that he had came across, I guess, being that she's more popular in a sort of way. And he didn't mind kicking it with her. So he enjoyed that little involvement and that whatever. And don't get me wrong, when I was younger, I had my older women in the past. And it was fun. Don't get me wrong. Because they were more mature. They had that kind of a more of that roughness in the bed. They weren't immature. I had more intellectual conversations with them, went out places, and it was cool. But you gotta think about it, guys. The older, the more smelly they get. And there's gonna be certain things you're not going to get used to. They're gonna get a little more saggy and wrinkled. You're gonna see them really hitting the wall. So you're gonna have to really think about that as far as staying with an older woman for that long. Especially if they're too old. If they're like over 10 years younger than you, that's something you might not want to chance. Anyways, y'all, I said enough, guys. Like I said, this whole marriage thing is not good. You don't want to chance it. All right. So, Red Pill men, I hope you took this in. And to you men of MGTOW, including myself, stay MGTOW.